are you doing tonight? Or today? Hope you're having a good life and a good time at life and living and changing. I want to talk to you about change, but I want to approach change from a different angle. There's all kind of change we can have, right? There are a lot of things that changes us. A lot of times it takes a crisis for us to change, and when that crisis happens, we decide at that point in time we are going to change, especially if the doctor says you're going to die from a heart attack, and if you don't change the diet, you're out of here, and then the next thing you know, you make all these changes. But when you're living life and you're trying to make other changes, gradual changes, so that you're a better person, you're more successful, it takes a lot of work to do it. Transformation takes time, because you actually have to grow as a person into these different attitudes and behaviors and mentality, belief systems. You don't just jump into things. You have to process life, and as you do that, you're able to make the proper decisions. You're able to make selective choices and decide what you want in you. Like, you are choosing the ingredients of your life and your character without realizing it. That's what you're really doing. And when you transform, that's when your world outside also transform and things change. I want to approach it from a different angle. I want you to get a pad out and don't be in a hurry. Take some time, okay? And tell your life story as it is, from when you were born, everything that you remember, the whole sequence of life, the pain, the happiness, whatever. Like a movie, like you're writing a movie in your life. Just tell your story. Write it out. In that story has a wealth of information that you can use to transform. Because life, as I say, and I will say it all the time, is a journey of lessons. And in each situation that you were in, there's a lesson to be learned. And a lot of us miss our lessons. And because we miss our lessons, we miss a whole bunch of opportunities to grow and mature and become stronger and smarter, more intelligent, and the whole bit. Right? So, write your life story. Then after you write your life story, examine your motivations, your decisions, and what motivated you to make those decisions. Try to understand why you've been through things. Take responsibility for your life. I know people do things to us, and people cause us problems, and break our hearts, what have you. But at the same time, we have to take responsibility for life, and also for those things that people have done to us, if we're going to change, especially if we are going to forgive those people, right? And you have to see all where you went wrong, right? Why you went wrong, all where you went right, why you went right, and examine your life in that context. And after you examine your life, don't try to make any changes at that point. Just put the document away, or the book away, whatever you want to call it, that you have written, and let it sit with you for maybe about 3 days. And then go back and read it again. And as you read it, contemplate and learn and see and grow, and use that information to do some of the transformation that you need, so that the changes will actually happen. And not only that, so that the changes will be real. Because a lot of times, like in my case, I'm telling you to change, but sometimes you really don't know what to change. Right? You just don't know what to change. But when you do this exercise, you will know exactly what to change, because nobody knows you like you know yourself. Nobody. Regardless of what anybody tells you, it's just an opinion. But you know yourself, right? And you should be the one judging yourself, because you have the best understanding of yourself. If you are confused, you're confused only because you have doubts. Not because you don't know better, because you have doubts. But those doubts can be cleared up with understanding. And that's why you make the notes. That's why you write the story. And that's why you get clarity. And you also get a better picture of yourself. And then you understand better how to change, what to change, and why, which is the big thing, why you must change, right? Because the one thing that you'll understand from all the experiences that you have, they form what is called scripts in your mind, in your subconscious. When you are in a situation and you are reacting to a situation, regardless of what the situation is, you are reacting to a script that you wrote, right? That created in you a belief system, so that whenever you're in a situation, you automatically, without even thinking, behave in that way. Whether it's anger, happiness, whether you're judgmental, whether you are, indifferent, whatever it is, there is something from your experiences that you have used to form a script, and that script produce that behavior. And that's what I want you to see when you do your documentation of yourself. I want you to see what is motivating you. Why are you the way you are? If you are stumbling, why are you stumbling? If you're successful, why are you successful? What are you thinking in that moment? What you are thinking is what I call your script. All your experiences in life, from the time you were born until now, have boiled down into what we call scripts. And those scripts drive you. That's why it's so hard for old people to change, because they have been through so much that they have made certain decisions inside. And once they're in a situation, they react to it. And you ask them, why are you behaving this way? And they will tell you, without telling you it's a script that's running, but by the time they finish explaining it to you, you realize, oh, so this is what you believe. This is the script that's guiding and controlling your life. And that's what I want you to see. And when you see that, you change your script. You write them in sentences, and then you rewrite them how you want them to be. And you can start making changes that way. That's how you change yourself when you're working on yourself. Apart from going to church and accepting Jesus Christ and being born again, this is another way of changes. But even the spiritual people, on their journey for perfection or to become better, they have to go inside and do the same thing and make change. They use the word repent, meaning that when you're in a situation that you have done the wrong thing or said the wrong thing that you know you shouldn't be saying, you repent and say, okay, forgive me, and then move on. And yes, and this is another thing you have to do as well, is to forgive yourself for a lot of things. It's important that you do that. It is very healthy to forgive yourself. But know and understand those scripts that are motivating you, because if you don't understand them, they can hold you like chains, and they can hold you back, and they will keep you tripping all the time. So you could be in the best opportunity, have the best chances of success, and you screw the whole thing up. And that's my next thing I want to talk to you about, is self-sabotage. But we won't get into there now. We'll take it one step at a time. Anyway, hope this was helpful. Thanks for joining me today, and I wish you all the best. And see you on my next video. Peace and love.